Bonjour tout le monde, this is Sam from Tutors, and today we're going to be covering the future simple tense in French. Alright, so how do you form the future simple? Well, you take the verb in infinitive and you add the following endings to it based on the subject. So this verb tense should be easier to remember for you guys because you just take the infinitive and you add an ending to it. There's no auxiliary verb in this tense. So for the sujet je, you add ai. For tu, as, il ou elle, you add a. For nous, ons, vous, ez, and il and elle, you add ont. Alright, so some examples of the future simple following this rule. You have the verb manger, which is to eat, and it's a regular er verb. So you form it by taking the infinitive, so just manger itself, and you add ai for the sujet je, so you say je mangerai. Same thing with tu and the rest of the subjects too. You can see here it's just the infinitive plus the endings for each subject. An example with ir, same thing, same idea. You take the infinitive, you add the endings, and you get the future simple. For re verbs, it's slightly different. You take the infinitive, but you take out the e. So vendre, to sell, becomes vendrez, but there's no e here, as you can see, because you gotta take it out when you're forming the future simple. Alright, so there's some exceptions to this rule, of course, because it's French. And for these common verbs, their root becomes different. So aller, it's not a regular er verb, so you don't do allere. You gotta change aller to ir and add the appropriate endings. So aller becomes j'irai for I will go, and you can see the same idea for the rest of the verbs here. These are pretty commonly used, and as far as I know, there isn't any super easy way to remember them, so you're just gonna have to remember them, unfortunately. Alright, now how do you use the future simple? Vous pouvez utiliser le futur simple pour décrire une action ou événement à l'avenir. So pretty much, you use it to describe something that's going to happen in the future. So for example, I will go to the cinema with Chad. You say j'irai au cinéma avec Chad, because I will go is aller in the future simple. You say j'irai. We will eat lots of cake to celebrate his birthday. Nous mangerons beaucoup de gâteaux pour célébrer son anniversaire. Mangerons is nous mangerons is we will eat. And once again, that's the future tense. And you will be able to get a 7 in IB French after subscribing to Tutors. It's true. It's true. Vous pourrez obtenir un niveau 7 dans une classe de français BI après vous vous inscrirez à Tutors. Please forgive me if this French translation isn't exactly correct, but the idea here is you will be able to is vous pourrez, and that's the future simple. And now, if you want to stick around for a quick review, I'll be going over that. Alright, so let's quickly go over the future simple. So you form it by taking the verb in infinitive and you add the following endings to it based on the subject. Some examples of the future simple: with regular er verbs, you keep the infinitive, add the endings. Same idea for ir verbs. And for re verbs, you just gotta take out the e in the infinitive and you add the respective endings. And here's a list of exceptions to the rule. So you just gotta remember, you don't take the infinitive of the verb with these. You gotta add these specific endings. These specific roots, and you add the appropriate endings to them. And here are some examples of the future simple. And you just gotta remember, it is used to describe an action or an event in the future. And here you go once again, there's some examples. So anyways, I hope that was helpful to you guys. Please remember to subscribe to our channel for more educational videos coming your way soon. Thanks.